Hey YouTube, welcome to Story Time with Dee. So I wanted to come on and talk about the Saturday show with Jonathan Capehart, where Rep James Clyburn was on there, and he asked him a question, Jonathan, about something that he heard about him wanting Joe Biden to pardon that 34 count convicted felon. Mr. Clyburn said, yes, he wants Joe Biden to pardon that man. I was looking in awe. I had to turn around and look around, double take. I'm like, are you serious? I get that they are good friends, and he really was the one that was holding Joe Biden down when everyone wanted him to drop out of the race. He was holding him down and wanting him to stay in the race. So did I. But on this, I don't agree. I'm sorry, Clyburn. I do not agree. I have the utmost respect for you. I like you for the way you held Joe Biden down, being his friend and all. But on this, I'm with Jonathan on this. No. We don't agree. And for you to say Joe Biden need to pardon him, I just don't understand that. With everything that this man has done, do no one remember? It seems like people just forget his first presidency when he was in 2016. It seems like no one remembers any of that for whatever reason. None of the voters. That's why they went in. They voted and put him back in office. Now some of them are regretting that they did that they made that decision. But I'm just not with it. I'm not with it. And I hope Joe Biden, I hope that you're not with it as well. Now Clyburn is talking some crap about, for the good of the country. Excuse me, Joe Biden has done a lot of good for this country. A lot. More than a lot of other presidents out there have done for this country. So for you to say he needs to pardon him for the good of the country, no, sir. No, sir. This man has went after the Bidens, going after his son. Thank God that Joe decided to pardon Hunter, because if he wouldn't, we all know that they would have went after him like white on rice. It just would have been over. So I'm glad that Joe Biden pardoned his son. If he wants to pardon anybody, you should be telling him to pardon all of those people that he is trying to go after, that wronged him. All of those people who went after the J6 rioters. Rioters, that's what they are. And that's what they were on that day. A bunch of rioters. They are not hostages. They're not sitting in a dark room being held, tied up, and gagged and bound. No. They're in their rightful place for doing what they did. And he wants to go after the people who put them there. He wants all of those people to go to jail, pay a price. So no, Clyburn, I'm sorry, Rep Clyburn. No, he does not need to pardon that man. This man doesn't need a pardon. Why? Because SCOTUS gave him a pardon when they gave him immunity to do whatever it is he wants to do. Now he's the president-elect, about to be back in office on January the 20th, and he can start beginning his reign of terror on the United States of America, on this country. Because SCOTUS gave him a pardon. He doesn't need Joe Biden to give him a pardon. He has one. Like he said back in 2016, he can go down to Fifth Avenue and shoot and kill somebody and get away with it. And he can. Because SCOTUS gave him that power to do so. I'm so proud of Letitia James, how she stepped up to the plate and told them, no, not dismissing anything. That case already went through the system. They already went to trial with it. So they're not about to bend the knee for this man and suck the ring. No. I'm so proud of her and her team. I wish that Jack Smith and his team and Judge Marchand would take a page out of their book. Because with Judge Marchand, just delay until this case is probably going to go away, or it's already went away. So those 12 jurors who sat there every day listening to all of this back and forth, I guess they voices, guilty verdict, don't matter. He's still a convicted felon. But I guess it don't matter because he should have been sentenced a long time ago, way before the election, because he was just a running candidate like Kamala Harris and everybody else who was running for president at that time. So there was no reason to delay anything. I just don't understand these people. And then you got Jack Smith just give up. Well, I'm just going to just dismiss the whole case, all the cases, everything is gone. Nothing hanging over his head. So what does he need a pardon for? There's nothing hanging over his head. Now, the people that he want retribution on, that he's after, that he wants jailed, they deserve a pardon because he's after them. They haven't committed any crimes, but he's after them. So yes, they need a pardon. Joe Biden needs to go and pardon a lot of those people that are sitting in jail on frivolous charges, like maybe having a joint in their pocket or crimes that they really didn't commit. Let's look into that, Clyburn. Now, I'm not trying to come down on you like that, but, because I have the utmost respect for you. But I'm just saying, how about we work on those things? This man allowed over 1 million people to die during a pandemic back in 2020. He did not know what the hell he was doing. He came up with all type of solutions and then didn't know what he was doing and lying to the people that, oh, this is nothing. It's nothing. It's just going to blow over until Bob Woodward. And I don't know why people don't remember this. I kept telling people this all throughout the campaign, putting out videos saying, people, do you remember 2016 to 2020? It was not all good. He didn't know what he was doing. Remember the pandemic? He was talking about inject bleach, telling people to take this and that and the third, and people were listening and doing it. People were dying. People were dropping like flies. He didn't know what he was doing. That's why he couldn't get it under control. That's why he caught COVID and almost, I'm going to say allegedly, lost his life. But there are reports that say he was in not good shape when he had COVID. But like I'm saying, he didn't know what he was doing. And he was lying to the people until Bob Woodward came out and told about the audio tapes. And he started playing them to let the people know. This man knew all along that COVID was real, that it was going to come over to the United States and it was going to cause major problems. I put out so many videos saying, people, go back, look it up. Google is your best friend. Look up the audio tapes from Bob Woodward on Donald Trump, knowing fully well that COVID was real and that it was about to be a serious situation he couldn't get control of. He didn't know what to do. Over 1 million people lost their lives, including my brother. So Donald Trump can kiss my ring, okay? He can kiss my motherfucking ring. I don't give a freak about that motherfreaker. My brother lost his life listening to those people, listening to DeSantis, the Republicans, tell people it's okay. The virus is gone. You don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. Even though we try to tell our family members, don't listen to these people. Don't listen. This virus is still here. It's not gone. It took for Joe Biden to come into office. Shortly after he got into office, he got control of this pandemic, and the pandemic was over. But he doesn't get credit for that. No one seems to remember any of that. That's why we have this 34-count convicted felon going back into office, because nobody seems to remember that, because they can't afford the price of freaking eggs. But they can go and afford thousands of dollars to go see Taylor Swift, to go Black Friday shopping, Cyber Monday shopping, but they can't afford no dang eggs. Get the frick out of here. That's not why y'all voted for him. This man snatched children away from their parents. Do y'all not remember that? When he was in office, trying to get control of the border, didn't know what he was doing. Those poor babies down there, they showing it on TV, poor babies crying. You have family members now, migrants, immigrants, whatever you want to call them, talking about they're going to self-deport themselves. The children are crying. I've seen these stories recently, a couple weeks ago. The little boy crying because mom is saying she needs to self-deport herself before he comes out and tries to deport, do his mass deportation. These people are afraid. They're scared. And he's talking about deporting the criminals. Then we're going to come back for all the family, the whole family, the mother, the father, the children. Are we serious? What? Anyway, back to my point. Joe Biden, please do not pardon this man. He does not need a pardon, nor does he deserve one. Jill, please talk to Joe Biden and let him know not to pardon that man. He does not need a pardon because he has SCOTUS and they gave him immunity. So there is no reason for a pardon. All of his criminal cases are gone. They are there no more. There's no reason for a pardon. So, Rep. Clyburn, I disagree with what you said. Everything that you said on the Saturday show, I disagree. I disagree. Because he should not, Joe Biden should not pardon that man, because if the roles were reversed, he would not pardon Joe Biden.